we have the Director of Global Plastic Action Partnership, also member of the Executive Committee of the World Economic Forum, Ms. Kristin Hughes. Ms. Kristin has shared a video message with us.
Distinguished panelists and guests, thank you for inviting me to join you for this panel discussion today via Zoom. It's a real pleasure to be here and to talk to you about the Global Plastic Action Partnership, our experiences and our approach to circular plastics. I understand that plastic waste management and single-use plastics in India is the topic of this conference, and I'm actually very keen to learn more about the conversations you all are having in the room. We soon will be launching a partnership with the state of Maharashtra, and we'll be working closely with the government to develop an action roadmap that will help the state in addressing plastic waste and pollution. And therefore, I am sure that many of the insights that come from the conference over the next couple of days will certainly be helpful in that topic. The Global Plastic Action Partnership is a multi-stakeholder platform focused on eradicating plastic waste and pollution, driving a circular economy, and supporting social inclusion. I'm honored to be talking to you about the Global Plastic Action Partnership today. We aim to shape a more sustainable and inclusive world through the eradication of plastic pollution. Through multi-stakeholder platforms, we bring public, private, and civil society leaders together, along with academics, to develop joint solutions on the plastic crisis. We work in three main areas: convening communities, curating conversations, generating new insights, and developing action roadmaps that catalyze strategic engagement. After running analysis at the national and sometimes subnational level, we aim to support governments with the development of action roadmaps. I can speak to you all at length about our roadmaps, but I want to focus my attention today on two particularly very relevant areas to the discussions you're already having: behavior change and inclusivity, especially when working with the public to achieve a circular economy and zero plastic waste pollution. There is no silver bullet to solve the problem of plastic waste. Collective action is required. A combination of pre-consumer upstream actions such as material redesign, plastic reduction and substitution, midstream actions such as behavioral change, and post-consumer downstream solutions such as recycling and responsible disposal are all urgently needed to address plastic leakage. We know that the current approaches to promote a circular economy for plastics focus primarily on closing the loop for a very limited range of plastic materials, primarily PET, for food contact packaging. I would implore those of you at the conference to consider, what else can we do? How can we step up efforts for other packaging materials and other formats? Is there a way to broaden the scope beyond specific materials towards new delivery models, notably around scaling up reuse rather than recycling in the first place? What might your thoughts be on how to bring other plastics beyond PET back into the value chain? Multiple interventions need to be implemented in a coordinated manner with strong collaboration between all stakeholders. This should promote equal opportunities to ensure the needs and the positive effects on both women and men, particularly those from marginalized and disproportionately affected communities, are considered. Extended producer responsibility schemes and government policies must be inclusive and intentionally support informal sector workers. They must be designed to include diverse demographics and prioritize marginalized communities. Messaging aimed to promote actions that reduce plastic pollution should be tailored to meet the unique communication needs of women, both as consumers and household managers, but also those roles in the informal sector throughout the full community. We know that hosting targeted innovation challenges, assisting with connecting groups, and introducing them to policymakers, business leaders, and investors featuring community-based solutions in media channels can really have a very positive impact. Historically, resources investing in supporting these solutions have generated a good return for policymakers and other stakeholders. Plastic waste collection has become a default source of income among many marginalized groups, such as women and the elderly. A critical aim of the Global Plastic Action Partnerships Roadmap is to ensure that informal sector workers and those who form such an integral part of the roadmap's implementation are supported through specific behavioral change and gender mainstreaming. They are vital to addressing the challenges faced by women, youth, and other marginalized groups. Waste collectors, particularly those in the informal sector, should be prioritized, and they should be sought out to bring on skills training and technological innovation. With the appropriate training, these workers can become data collectors, recording information on the types of plastics and the locations where the plastics are coming from. They can also be given opportunities to learn new skills, such as basic bookkeeping and how to boost income by selecting plastic more strategically. Plastic pollution is truly an issue in which every segment of society needs to step up and play its part, from governments with appropriate policies and regulatory frameworks to companies who can look to deepen their circularity within their supply chains, and consumers who make choices every single day and can help shift the mindset of others. We, all of us, have a role to play. And I appreciate knowing you are all here today to discuss the role you can play as part of the circular economy and the broader ecosystem to help shift us away from the current linear approach to plastic usage. Now is the time to turn our attention towards this problem and turn bold commitments into long-lasting and positively impacting action. Thank you again for having me today, and I wish you all the best for the rest of the conference.